Wednesday. Welcome in. Hi, everyone. How y'all doing today? Y'all excited for another history night? I think I am. But yeah, welcome in. Hope you guys have had a good week so far. It's Wednesday. You're halfway done. I'm proud of you. You're making it. You're somehow making it, but you're doing it. I know it's tough getting up at like 6 a.m. to go to work. It fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. I hate it. I hate being a wagey, but you're doing it and I'm proud. This totally isn't a pick-me-up for myself. It's definitely for you guys. Hey, Real Dags, welcome in. How you doing? Thank you for the subs, Irony4D. Welcome back to there. And thank you for the follow, Boy Paws. Welcome to the cult as well. How y'all doing? Hey, Motto, I'm doing good. Hey, Julio. 4 a.m. is hell. Thank you for being proud of us. 4 a.m. is hell. No, you're not wrong. I leave late almost every morning because I refuse to wake up on time, and then I still feel like shit, so. Aw, thank you for saying you're proud of me, Howler. That means a lot. But yeah, I hope you guys are excited. We're doing another history chat and react stream. So if you got some videos, try to keep them 10 minutes or less and throw them in the Discord. And we'll be checking some of them out today. We'll probably chat for a good while, and we'll probably spend the last hour reacting. We don't have a ton in there right now, and I've noticed that a lot of people come more for the chatting than they do the videos. So, hey Nola. 4 a.m.'s the best time? What do you mean? Nobody's on the road yet? Okay, if I don't have shit to do tomorrow, I actually love driving around at like 1 a.m. Because of that reason. I don't know. It's such a vibe. Especially in like a city area. Like, I don't know. There's just something about it. We're all proud of you, Hara. Thank you, Jordan. Hey, Artie. What's up? All I need is Burb tweeting. Well, I'll be tweeting, all right. How in the world do you manage to do both shit work and stream work? It's insane. Well, I think it helps that I really like my job, for one. And for two, I think it helps that I have a really supportive community and mod team that really helps me with stuff. But it does get really exhausting sometimes, I will admit. Which is why I'm really looking forward to this 3-day weekend. I'm gonna enjoy that Saturday with very little going on. I forgot to mention, by the way, a special announcement for Saturday. Around 7 p.m., I believe it's CST, it might be a different time zone, but around that time, we're gonna be on Dragon Spit stream. So Spit is doing this really cool NFL fantasy tournament for people only that have not, or for other VTubers that only do not watch the NFL. And while I watch college, a little bit of college, I don't watch any NFL. So I'll be in it. I will represent you guys the best that I can. So our team is gonna be, God, what was it? It was, I think it's the Cairo Crowns will be our team. So it ought to be really interesting. It's gonna be neat. Let's go, Karma. Sick. It's all good, Jordan. See you later, dude. Yo, welcome into the cult ball shaver. Hell yeah. We need one of those. Love the name. We really need one of those. Hey, Negos. How you doing? Let's go, guys. Everybody's balls are getting shaved. Let's go. We got a professional. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that with the kitchen knives anymore. They got people for that now. It's pronounced the ball S haver. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Railfan. I'll definitely pull it up when we get to it. Just make sure they're under 10 minutes. If they're shorts, I am more likely to watch them because we can fit more in. But yeah, tonight is our history night. So if you guys have any history questions or anything you guys want to talk about, tonight is the night to do it. If you don't know and you're new to these nights, my name's Hara Rae Sol. I'm an Egyptian peregrine sun goddess. I'm the combination of Ra and Horus in ancient Egyptian mythology known as Ra Harakti. And I have a real-life master's degree in history and work as a museum curator full-time. So if you have any questions related to that, if you have any questions related to history, today is the day to ask, and I will answer them to the best of my ability, and I will also be talking more about my personal experiences. Thank you for the lurk, Bad. I'll help you take your organs. Oh, hell yeah, Nekos. I'm really looking forward to it. Yes, how are you so perfect? Perfect. Well, I believe that's because Tim made me this way. I mean, all gods are perfect in his image. How come every VTuber has a master's degree or such thing? That is definitely not true. I would say I know like only 3 or 4 VTubers that have master's degrees. And most of them are cool. I know 1 or 2 that really aren't, but most of them are cool. Like August Anomaly, Gear's not cool, by the way. Not because he's a dick or anything like the other one, but just because he's a dweeb. I'm just kidding though. Gear's cool, but also there's August Anomaly, and I think she has a master's in, what was it? It's like something, it's biology related, isn't it? She's really cool. So check her out. She's got a fucking goo tummy, dude. I talk about being nuclear waste, bro. She's got a tummy, looks like a fucking green lava lamp. That shit's cool, man. It's really sick. What do you think? What do you think it feels like putting your hand in it? Kind of want to know. I kind of want to put things in it. Not like that though. Like I mean, like I want to make it like one of those like squeezy tube things where you put like glitter and like Link. My brother in Christ, fucking Google. What do I look like? Your Link machine? I'm already telling you about another VTuber. It's bad enough that I'm giving you somebody else to go watch other than me. The fuck you mean a link? But like, I wanna like see if she'd let me like fill it in with like glitter and like those little small like paper like fish or like little plastic fish and stuff like you put in like fish tanks and stuff like that. That'd be really sick. I'm just saying. I'm also wondering how viscous it is. Are we talking like kind of like a Jello shot, or are we talking more like kind of like I don't know, like lava lamp? It's like Nickelodeon slime, I've asked. Okay, yeah, no, I definitely want to put things in it. Definitely want to put things in it. Ooh, I get to throw gun facts at random intervals when it comes up. Okay, Mech, I will ask. We do not really care for people just randomly spamming facts. If you want to talk about it, don't throw in a random fact, throw in an opinion, and I would love to weigh in, okay? Because the reason is because these are chatting nights, and I can't really chat with facts besides going, oh, that's neat. Meanwhile, if you give me an opinion that includes a fact, I can then talk about it, okay? Make it easier for me. Sam, wanna watch things float? You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make you float, all right? Ugh. Just got roasted by the sun. You and everything else kept in a hot car lately. Honey, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like honey consistency. The reason the M16 has never been replaced is the U.S. service rifles, because the U.S. Army is using the money for other shit. Disagree. The U.S. military has enough fucking money. Whoa! Mac! Not again, bro! Oh my, okay, hold on. I'm calling Mac's job and telling them to stop giving him his paychecks. This is ridiculous. Thank you so...
I could squirt it in my mouth for $20.
Yeah, I could, so what? Thank you so much, Mac! Holy shit, man. I am contacting your job and the IRS and letting them know that you're using my streams to launder money, and they're gonna put you in chains, so. But the reason that the U.S. military hasn't changed the M16 is because it's good enough, and frankly, it seems like the U.S. would rather spend trillions of dollars on disposable things like bombs than they would spending them on new equipment. So they'd rather take it on things, like essentially they want to spend it more on things that are one-time uses. Like, why would we change, like, why would we upgrade, you know, the US tank fleet, which the Abrams was developed in the fucking 70s, or find a new rifle for our casual infantry? We can just drop $2 trillion worth of bombs on Iran. Why would we do that? That doesn't make any sense. Like, for no reason. But anyway, that's dipping heavily into modern politics, even though the US has been doing that since the fucking 60s. But you get my point. Mine is sticky and needs to be clean. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't talk about your dick in chat, please. I don't want to pay my taxes. Me neither. That's why you join this cult. We get big enough, none of us have to pay taxes because it's technically a donation to a religious cause. Plus, the M16 today isn't the same M16 that came out, you know, when they first adopted it. It is a little different. So, yeah. One-time uses, like the P320, yeah. Actually, I was talking with, who was I talking with? I was talking with Ari, and we were talking about new merch stuff. And Ari was like, yo, you should totally focus on, like, stuff that, like, gun tubers do. And I was like, not a bad idea. And then I think Ari said something along the lines of, like, yeah, we can get you, like, a deal with Sig. Like, Sig Sauer, or Sour, or however you fucking say it. And I was like, ooh, they don't have a good rep right now. Things are bad. And Ari was like, why? What's wrong? And I was like, because the US military just adopted a bunch of, like, I think it was pistols from Sig, and, like, they're so bad that you can drop them and they go off. Like, throw them lazily on a table and they pretty much explode. What Sig Vtuber? What Howler? How was work? It was good. I did a bunch of accessioning. I'd say if there's anything interesting, but there really wasn't. But I think it'd be cool. We got a patch already, so if, like, that's your thing, you can do a patch. But I think it'd also be neat if we, in the future, we did, like, I don't know, like, magazines or something, or a stock. I don't know. I'm not gonna sell actual, like, guns. You, too, can get a laser engraved Hara on the fucking, on the chamber of your, or not the chamber, what's it called? The, fuck, it's been too long since I worked at a gun store. I can't remember the name of it. The receiver. There it is. It took me a minute. You too can get Hara Rae Sol laser engraved on your fucking receiver for when you use it for home defense or defense against the government. You too can look at my ancient Egyptian jiggly bird booba and think to yourself, well, in that foxhole, man, at least I have this. Also, thank you for the follow, Slim Killer 420. Welcome to the cult. How you doing? Is that a Kevin Durant reference? I need a Hara engraved on my Taurus. Pass. Sorry, I only allow myself to be engraved on CZ products. We love KD. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. He's cool, but we don't love him. I just got done being a substitute for a first grade teacher, and holy cow, I hate first graders. Yeah, welcome to elementary school. Make a Hara-themed polymer lower for a Glock? That'd be crazy. Confirmed selling 3D printed ghost guns? Not in this life, dude. I know what the ATF did at Ruby Ridge. I ain't trying that shit. As well as Waco. Yeah, I'm not, nah, I'm good. Pass. I want a Hara stendo clip. You too can get your Hara Rae Sol branded switches. That way you can make your Glock, your AK, your M16 into fully automatic without the government being any part of the wiser. Just in case an FBI agent is watching this, or my FBI agent who is currently watching this. This is a joke. This is for memes. This is in Minecraft. I would never, I don't even have the knowledge on how to do that. I just know they exist. We're getting shut down, folks. Yep, pack it up. There they are. There's the chair. Yeah, ow. Yep, there it is. Bro, Agent Dave right now with his Hara hat and his Hara foam finger on, sitting at his FBI computer, waving it around, and then hearing that statement from me and going, Oh, god damn it. Just going, god damn it. My favorite VTuber, man. I gotta take her in.
She is worse than Greek. She is, may a tomb forgive me for even uttering this word, Roman.
Ew, Romans suck. Yeah, ew. Forgive my spelling. I am multitasking.
Shut up about
Same here.
the sun. Shut up about the sun.
No! I will never. Engraved silencers available when? Suppressor, actually. They're called suppressors. God, that was actually like the most annoying thing about like being a girl that worked at a gun shop. You got tone policed so fucking hard, man. So fucking lame. There's an actual FBI agent watching a VTuber right now. Someone is a physicist and had to disclose their internet work to work on big physics projects, which is hilarious.
My superpower's being honest, I will eat my neighbors.
I will. I was just gonna say they're probably all watching Pipka Pippin. Or Pippa Pipkin. Why'd I say her name backwards? Interesting. I'm sure they've got like at least 2 people watching Pippa around the clock. They watch Pippa because, like, honestly, she feels like she's, don't get me wrong, I like Pippa, but Pippa feels like she's like one mental break away from being like Uncle Ted. Meanwhile, they have like, they're probably watching like at least Kirsch for like probably inciting school shooters or something is probably what they're watching her for. I mean, most of the time you won't know if they're watching. True. But I can have an assumption they are. Considering that my phone listens to me all the time, so at least 6 for Kirsch, that's what I'm saying, dude. They probably got a whole honeypot network for her trying to bring her down, let's be honest. I'm convinced Pippa's an experiment for how much he can get away with. I feel like Pippa is, well, she's not anymore so much, but I feel like Pippa was just like, what if I became the embodiment of 4chan? And then she like matured and was like, okay, what if I kept the same kind of humor, but not, like, accidentally say dog whistles, so. To be honest, I found out about VTubers because of a song made by Ken Ashcorp about Pippa. Hey, honestly, though, Ken Ashcorp's pretty cool. I listened to Ken Ashcorp before VTubers. Yes, I understood at the time that he was a furry, but Absolute Territory is a banger and you can't convince me otherwise. I haven't talked to Ken in years. You talked to Ken Ashcorp? That's crazy. Crazy lore. That's like randomly dropping that you talked to like, I don't even know. That's like randomly talking, like saying that you like dropping, you talked to Baby No Money for a bit. What you trying to say about furries? I'm just saying that they are cringe and that if any of them were in my community, I would gather them all and leave them on an island and recreate that one book where the kids stab each other and there's a like a zombie pig head that's their god. So yeah, that's what I do. Lord of the Flies, thank you. For some reason I want to say Lord of the Pigs. To be honest, I thought you were a furry. What the hell gives that indication? That's rude, man. VTuber? Knew him back in like 2014, 2015. Wasn't that like his peak? Oh my god, excuse me. Wasn't that like his peak though? Because you have a furry mod. Look, I am accepting of furries. I'm not enabling of furries, nor am I one myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you little losers recreate Rainforest in my fucking Discord, you hear me? I'm watching! You and the Gooners! I got a mod with a fucking finger on the trigger 24/7 on each of you. I am the FBI in that Discord. I am Lyndon B. Johnson to my moderators that are the CIA, and you all are civil rights groups in the 60s. I am sending anonymous threatening letters, but I'm not really gonna do anything. Okay, cut. Too far. Joke's gone too far. Too real. It's too real. I'm not wrong, right? That was Lyndon B. Johnson, wasn't it? I feel like it was. I might have been wrong now that I think about it. No, it wasn't Lyndon B. Johnson. I fucked it up. Hold on. Head of CIA that hated. Okay. What was his name? J. Edgar Hoover. Fuck. God damn it. It was J. Edgar Hoover. God damn it. Yeah, it was not LBJ. Because like I said that, I was like, wait, LBJ, like past civil rights shit. It was definitely not LBJ. I'm gonna have to re-say that now so that when that gets clipped, I'm not in trouble. Look, all I'm saying is that I am the J. Edgar Hoover to my moderators that are the CIA, to chatters that are furries and gooners that are the civil rights movement in the 60s. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say about it. So yeah. I got an eye out for all of you. I'm gonna send threatening letters and not really do anything else, but I will send threatening letters. We can edit in the most monotone J. Edgar Hoover. Yeah, just like monotone as hell. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I got an anonymous letter from the cult leader. It was written in cutout newspaper clippings, and it was very threatening. Something about literally pulling my colon out through my ass. Honestly, I'm just kinda jazzed that she sent me a letter. She knows who I am. That's pretty sick. If Hara hates gooners and bans them, there's only gonna be one person watching, and that's Stream Elements. Honestly, Stream Elements is so based for not being a gooner. I'm not gonna lie, I would react like that. Howler, you literally saw me at a convention. My brother, my sister in Christ. You've interacted with me on a more personal level than anyone else in this chat. You have a signed card from me that I handed to you. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I dropped shit off at your house. Clipped Hara Hoover. Oh god. Call me J. Edgar Hoover the way I be sucking on it like a vacuum. Sorry. Who says clankers can't be gooners? Me. I didn't forget, I just gotta enjoy it again when it happens again. No, I feel that. Hopefully I'll be able to do a meet and greet at ABC next year, and then you can literally stand in line and be like, I actually met her in person. You're all fucking dweebs. You're all fucking losers. Yo! Thank you for the sub, Corgay. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back to the harem. Congrats on the 3 months. Hey, Tier. How's it going? Oh, it's Edgar, not Edgar. What are you talking about? No, it's definitely Edgar J. Hoover. His name is not fucking Edgar. Yeah, it's Edgar. What crack are you smoking? It's J. Edgar Hoover. Not J. Edgar. J. Edgar, dude. Wait, meet and greet where? Well, I plan on doing it for hopefully some more conventions sometime soon, but ABC in Memphis has one, and I'm gonna see, well, they don't have one, but I'm gonna see if I can get a panel next year, to meet and greet with people, so. J.E. Girl Hoover? Actually, though, dude. I bet J. Edgar Hoover would dress up as like a, would pose as a sexy woman online to catch MLK, honestly. He was such a dickhead. Like, seriously, Jesus Christ, man. Guy was literally such a hater, he'd do anything. Thank you for the lurk up, I'll take your organs. Is this just another psyop? Welcome to stream, literally everything is a psyop. J. Ed Bear Gooner, pretty cool guy. Yeah, that's him. That's him, dude. J. Edgar Hoover unironically rotating in his fucking grave over us calling him J. Ed Bear Gooner. He's losing his shit, man. The J stands for Jorker? Oh my god. I live in Hooverville. Wait, wrong one. What are you talking about? That's not a real town, dude. I'm pretty sure Hooverville... Wait, Hooverville's the one from, like, The Grinch, bro. Like, what are you talking about? What, do you fucking gather around the Christmas ham and sing Abu Doris or whatever it fucking says? Like, stop lying in chat, Junie. That's kind of weird, man. Why would you even lie about that? I don't get why you'd lie about that. What, is it like a green man that comes down from the mountain and, like, assaults children? What, is that, are you telling me that's normal and real for you? Yeah, no. A furry green man? Honestly, we've circled back around to furries.
Well, let me guess.
Brendan! Ow! Hey, Tony! Hooverville was a makeshift shantytown or camp of homeless people that sprang up in the United States during the Great Depression. That's cool. Speaking of homeless people, I had a really interesting thought today that I think you guys would really want to hear about. So, hold on. Hiccup. So, I was talking earlier today, and it has to do with homeless people. It's a nice thing! It's a nice thing this time! Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't get mad. It's a nice, it's a positive thing this time. Chill, chat, chill. I know I've said a lot of bad things about the homeless in the past, but this one's nice, okay? All right, anyway, I was talking with one of my coworkers, and we somehow got into the conversation of what cremation looks like, and what happens when you have, like, you know, metal items in your body that don't melt during cremation. Like, for example, they were talking about how, like, they had, like plates in their shoulder, and they wondered what were gonna happen to it if they were ever cremated. And so my thought with it was, what happens to, like, the gold teeth and shit? Like, if your family member, like, say your uncle with, like, 3 gold molars passes away, do you just, like, go to the crematorium and ask for his teeth? Which I guess that's how that works. So we both agreed that that's probably how it works, that or they take them out beforehand. And I was like, well, I have a really cool idea that I think I'm gonna put in my will. I'm gonna get one tooth pulled when I get old. I'm gonna replace it with a solid gold tooth, right? And then when I get really old, I'm gonna make friends with a random but kind of cool, a little zany homeless
worse
person.
Than Greek. She is. May a tomb forgive me
Bro.
for even uttering this word. Roman.
I'm not gonna lie, there is actually nothing more annoying than me telling a story and you guys redeeming shit over it. I'm not even kidding. Like, you guys would not believe how absolutely fucking annoying that is. And how much I hate you doing it. Like, are you for real? Like, I'm like 2 minutes into a story and you just run over it with a redeem. Like, that is, I'm honestly gonna start banning for that. That is so fucking frustrating. It's not even funny. That's like somebody telling you a story and then you just being like, wow, that's really neat. Like, while they're in the middle of it. It's like, okay, cool, thanks. I love it. It's so fucking fun. Now I've got to retell the whole fucking scenario because now we've gone on this long fucking tangent because you're a jackass. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, sorry whoever has to clip this later. We were talking about when, like, you get cremated, what would happen to the metal items in your body, like gold teeth. And, like, whether the person that cremates you would just kind of, like, give your teeth back. Like, you just, like, pick them up from, like, the crematorium in, like, a Ziploc bag. Not even gonna talk about the fact that a crematorium sounds like a Willy Wonka word for, like, an ice cream shop. But anyway, so I was thinking what would be really cool is like when I get old, I'm gonna get a tooth pulled, like a molar, and get a solid gold one put into my mouth. And then later on, I'm gonna become like really good friends with like a really cool but zany homeless person. And I'm gonna bequeath it to them in my will, right? So what's gonna happen is that when I finally die, they're gonna take my gold tooth and go find this homeless person's encampment, right? And this guy in this like big fancy fucking suit, like wearing Gucci with his fucking Rolex, is gonna like roll up to this homeless guy in his tent and be like, yeah, you were bequeathed this $10,000 solid gold tooth by a private benefactor. And he pops open the suitcase and it like glimmers gold, like in Pulp Fiction. And the homeless guy like takes the tooth and he's like, wow, she did remember me. And then the guy's gonna leave, right? And he's gonna notice, the homeless person's gonna notice that there's like a hinge on the golden tooth and like opens it up. And there's like a little tiny small rolled up piece of paper. And it's gonna lead them on the adventure of a lifetime, looking for my small fortune that is hidden long lost somewhere in the Appalachian Hills. It'd be awesome. So like, I'm definitely gonna do that. That seems really fucking cool. They can make a movie out of it later. That'd be really sick. Yeah, and then he spends it on heroin. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Wow, MacMan read my fucking mind. Yeah, then he spends it all on fucking heroin. That was exactly what I was gonna say. Mac called that so fucking hard. Yeah, literally just finds like $20,000 in like ancient gold and spends it on like fucking meth. Oh my god, that'd be so good. Oh my god. It would be about $5,000. See? So he'd find like 20,000 in ancient Deben and a 5,000 gold tooth. Honestly, he might not even make it that far. He might not even open the fucking tooth up. He might just sell the fucking tooth for more crack. Then the drug dealer finds it. Oh my god. Disney ending. Yeah, in his mind as he's tripping fucking balls on that black tar heroin. He's 100% selling the tooth for crack. The worst part is that like a homeless guy on crack would sell the gold tooth for like 20 bucks. It could be a $5,000 24 gold carat full gold tooth. And he sells it for like 20 bucks at a blowjob. For like 2 ounces of crack. Oh my god. I mean, that could happen, but more than likely what will happen is the state holds onto your tooth for a designated amount of time. Then when it's not claimed, they take possession of it. I mean, I guess technically, I'd probably have a family member or somebody go tell him to come pick it up. At least you want to be that Puna guy from the Roman Empire who told Emperor Nero there was gold under his house and there actually wasn't. Bro, I can only imagine, like, the Roman dude, like, they stop digging under his house. It's just like a broken pit, like 20, 30 feet down, and Nero's just like staring, like glaring at him, and he's just like, wow, would you look at that? I guess there really isn't any gold after all. Wow, that's crazy. Luckily for you, you could always rebuild your palace, right? I'm gonna be honest though, if I was Nero and I was told there was gold under my house, I'd be like, that's cool. I've already got literally trillions. I don't care. We'll get that later. But then also I would hang that guy by his toes and like waterboard him in the fucking, the river. What is the river that goes next to Rome? I can never remember. I always get too busy being focused on hating the city. The Tiber, thank you. That's right, I am Tiber Septim. Yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe that Rome, like, named their river after the Oblivion guy. I mean, I get it. Oblivion's a great game, but... And Tiber Septim's a cool guy, but I don't know. It just seems a little ridiculous to me. So if we had to do the pure gold, it would be about 13 grams. It would be about $1,400. That's pretty sick, honestly. That'd be pretty sick. Clean heroin's more expensive, but much less unhealthy. Still horribly addictive. Well, of course it is. It's fucking heroin. But no, that'd be sick. I'd love it. The Liquidity River sounds cool. I will say, okay, so naturally, every cult, right? Every cult has to have some kind of alternative medicine to it these days. That's what's popular. It's really cool these days. It's what's in. Alternative medicine, so hot right now. So I'm thinking, right? We go with our ancient sensibilities, right? And go with that ancient alchemy. We get back to the basics where it all began. All this alternative medicine shit came from, right? And we try to pull a first emperor of China because obviously it worked for him. So what we're gonna do is, right? I'm gonna start rationing out to each of you micro doses of liquid mercury, and we're gonna ingest it daily, right? And surely after about 10 to 15 years, by the laws of alchemy, mixing that with your living body, you should become immortal, right? I think that's a great idea. It worked for him. It worked for him. So honestly, I think if we started microdosing mercury, I think it'd be a really big boon for this cult. Do not do liquid mercury, chat. This is a joke. Ugh. Here comes fucking Red, backed by Big Pharma, trying to keep us all away from perfect health and immortality. God. Boo! I bet this guy reads scientific journals and has peer-reviewed studies. Yeah, whatever, bro. The work for the first emperor of China and my cousin, it'll work for y'all. Just eat a lot of salmon. Can we use post-Jungian alchemy instead? No! The only other alternative I will accept is swallowing small cubes of pure lead to turn them into gold inside your stomach, because you are a walking philosopher's stone. Getting that $5 check from Big Pharma. This guy pushed COVID onto all of us, dude. This guy, man. Dang, do we also go through apotheosis too? Sure, why not? Add him to the experiment list? Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Leviathan. Welcome to the cult. How you doing? I mean, have we checked on the first emperor recently? How can we know he's dead? That's what I'm saying, Ball. Or would you prefer Mr. Shaver? But that's what I'm saying, man. Doing good? Let's go. Would you also like to microdose mercury with us? It's all the trend right now. He's big chilling in his terracotta house. Terracotta pie? Both is fine? Hell yeah. It always comes back to mercury, by the way. He literally had a river of fucking mercury in his tomb. That's not a joke. It was a map of ancient China, and all the rivers were filled with liquid mercury. Terracotta pie. Hey! Banana, 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 terracotta pie. Great fucking song, dude. I was actually listening to that earlier today while accessioning items, and I was just sitting there. I was like, yes, Carolyn, from 1987, married John Wilkes Booth, who was 45 years old while she was 20 years his junior. They got married at the old courthouse. Meanwhile, Surge is in my ears going, banana, 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 terracotta bite. Hey! Great fucking jam, dude. It's both balls haver and balls shaver. I would hope you have balls if you're gonna shave them. Otherwise, what are you shaving down there? This guy's got a flat... Bro doesn't have balls or nothing. He's all gooch. There you go. There's your sound clip from stream today. Bro ain't got balls or nothing. Dude's all gooch, looking like a super mutant. Who says he's shaving his balls? That's a good point. Mr. Ball Shaver / Balls Haver, what is your preferred shaving method? Surely it's like a straight razor, right? It's gotta be a straight razor. Actually, wait. You're probably a man of culture. It's probably high-grade sharp scissors. I recently played Indiana Jones: The Great Circle. Pretty good history in the game. Oh, thank you for the recommendation, Rail. I've been meaning to check it out. I heard they're coming out with a DLC soon. All Gucci's lame. Lorelai would say that. Flamethrower. Valk is like, I get a can of Axe spray and a Zippo lighter, and I just singe them all off. Nail clippers and great focus. Hey, it'll keep away nicks and cuts. That's all that matters. What if depilator? What the fuck is a depilator? Crocodile, alligator. What am I supposed to play with? It's all gooch. I mean, there's something else back there. Well, I guess technically not if we're talking all gooch from like crack to stem. Just use Axe spray. It's bad enough as it is. No, you're right. If you spray enough Axe spray on there, like it acts like like a weak acid. 2008 Chevy Theater. Butts are gross though. They do fart. Yeah, no. Egypt's my favorite part of the game. Oh, they go to Egypt? Oh yeah, definitely check it out now. I meant epilator. It's a device that essentially rips out the hair. That sounds horrifying. Why would you do that? I'm gonna be honest, waxing down there seems like the one thing that you should never even consider. Bro, just use an electric trimmer like every other adult. Getting rid of the whole bush anyway is a crime against humanity. For guys and girls. If it goes on hot enough, you hardly even feel it coming off. I don't care. Didn't ask. Make that shit a kept nature preserve. All I'm saying is, I keep mine looking down there like a bonsai tree. Some guy, oh my god. Okay, chat's moving in a direction that is no longer within Twitch TOS. I understand I am the instigator, but we will be pausing this conversation. The game takes place after Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, that's really sick. You said bonsai tree, my brain went, yo. The fucking drums. Ding ding. Bong bong. Dang it, I wanted to know. My sister in a tomb. My DMs are open. Topic change. Do you think your crematoriums in Cyberpunk universe sell their chrome for scrap? I'm gonna be honest. I think a crematorium in Cyberpunk just looks like the fucking lava pit that the Terminator fell in from Terminator 2. Is that 2 or 1? The one where I forget which one. Pretty sure it was 2. Pretty sure it's just that. I'm pretty sure they just dip you in that or an acid bath. I just turned the brightest fucking red. Good! Maybe now you'll realize you're stepping too far into the godly realm of horny and needed to be properly bonked. Chrome is removed and resold in Cyberpunk 2077. Bro, I'd be so fucking pissed if, like, I got some other gonk's arm and, like, attached it to my body and all of a sudden I'm getting, like, phantom memories and pains from him doing dumb shit. Just saying. Unless you've got some serious scratch. Yeah, I would imagine the Cyberpunk world, they're a little scratched for land. That 2010 Jude Law movie Repo Man tells it like it is. I still haven't played Phantom Liberty. I've been meaning to. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys might get really mad at me, and I understand if you do. I never completed Cyberpunk. I'm not kidding. I 99%'d it. I'm not even kidding. I got to the final mission, wanted to 100% it, so I went and did every side mission and got all of the collectibles. Got to the elevator that you need to take up to start the final mission. Got off one night and then just never got back on. And every time I'm trying to get back on to play it, I'll walk like 2 feet and be like, yeah, I'm still not really feeling it. And then I just get back off. It's really bad. I know how it ends. So maybe that is why, but it's so funny. Hara, it's fucking cinema. I am well aware, dude. Burnt out? That's what I thought, but like that, I played Cyberpunk 2077 like 2 years ago, and I tried it again in the last like 4 or 5 months, and I still couldn't do it. Yeah, it sounds about right, Howler. Honestly, it feels bad because I've got like a lot of PC parts that like are really good in terms of like, I could probably run any game on high right now. But while streaming, especially my Vtuber model, that is a fucking pipe dream. All my streaming stuff takes up like 30% at least of like my CPU. So like, and GPU. So like, that alone means that like, I have to like completely overcompensate. And the fact that graphics cards for a slight upgrade is like $1,600 is fucking stupid. Yeah, I don't know how some of these other VTubers do it. Either A, reckless spending habits, or B, they have a streaming PC, or C, they have somebody financially backing them like a company. What GPU do you have again? Just a regular run-of-the-mill 4070. Oh yeah, like a dual PC setup, exactly. And I have the parts to set one up, but my room is hot enough as it is with one PC running all the time. And frankly, I don't have room for a second PC case under my desk. I mean, after all, I've got the PC, the first PC down here, and typically someone's mother is also under the desk. So I don't think she'd have a lot of space. It might be claustrophobic for her down there. So, yeah. A dedicated AMD CPU picks up the slack from the GPU. You're not wrong. It's just that the motherboard I bought only works with Intel CPUs. So I can upgrade from a 12700 to like a 14700 and probably be fine for a decade. Which is what I probably will be doing when Black Friday comes around. I'm hoping that a 14700K goes down to like 150 bucks, and then I'll just grab one and just slap it in there. But I can't upgrade my RAM because my motherboard is DDR4, and it's like only like Intel. So wow, it's so pretty today. Oh, thank you, Snowy. I wanted the word. I promise the words coming out of my mouth are not pretty. Instead, get a 12900K instead of a 13 or 14 series. Is it really that much better? Thank you for the lurk, Prophet. I'll happily take your organs. I think the only thing to take it from a potato is eyes, though. You heard her, chat? Fund the bird a full haptic streaming room. I have nowhere I'd put it. A reminder, I do live in a small house with roommates, so there's not really any extra space for me. Believe me, I would love a dedicated streaming room, but just not possible right now. Maybe if I'm still streaming in like 5 years when my museum career is taken off and I'm making more than pennies, I'll be able to have an apartment where I can do that. But for right now, that is not feasible. Really, Karma? Interesting. I'll have to look into it. Thank you. Thanks for the tip. I couldn't stand having roommates in college. I'm so glad I'm done with that. I like my roommates. We rarely have problems, so I don't have to worry about it too much. We're all pretty independent. We leave each other alone for the most part, and we don't really ever get into arguments. So we need to fund a house for the bird. Don't you fucking dare. I know all of you nerds can't afford houses either. The market's fucked. So don't you even think about getting me a house before you have one yourselves. So yeah. I won't allow it. I also use a 12900K in my office rig, and it's been a champ. Good to know. The thing is like, I think I've already said it, but I had a buddy that was gonna sell me like a 4090, and he wanted like $1,600 for it, and I was like, no, dude, I would never pay that much for a graphics card in my life. I think the most I would ever spend on a graphics card with my own money is like maybe 600 bucks. I'm not doing that, dude. Yes, I play some pretty demanding games on occasion, but it's not like I'm out here trying to play a crazy amount of games. Your buddy's a scalper. It's more like he has like some limited edition like GPU, and if I'm being honest, like he's got some grand delusions, and he sees it sold on eBay for like $3,200, so he thinks he's giving me a deal for it's $1,600, and I'm like, bro, if you sell that for $1,600, I will be entirely surprised. I'll give you my 4070 and like 300 bucks. How about that? You can slot that 4070 in your old PC, sell the whole thing as a one-time thing, and get $1.5 grand for it, and then you got the $300 on top of it. You made $1,800. That seems more than fair for me, to me. But whatever. But is $1,600 normal for a secondhand 4090? It is on eBay. Whether people are buying them, I don't know, because that sounds ridiculous. And I can't imagine anyone with a brain, more than one brain cell to rub together, would buy one, but they are on eBay for that price and more. As someone that speaks from personal experience with a bunch of leftover PC parts that is said for years they're going to sell them on eBay, I haven't done it. So I don't expect them really to either. So I'll ask again in about 6 months and see where they're at then. Yeah, exactly. 49ers are going for like $2 grand for literally no good reason. I sold mine for $1,600 and upgraded for a 5090. Yeah, that's a scam. I am so surprised that somebody bought that graphics card for $1,600. That is in no way, shape, or form in any universe a fair price or a reasonable price. Thank you for the lurk, Tony. I hope you take your organs. Enjoy your dinner. 5090's 2K MSRP, and it's about 20-30% faster. The price isn't too bad. Well, I mean, yeah, it's like a house. Like, if you've already got the investment there, it's not a bad idea, because you're only spending $400. But I'm not going from a 4070 that I bought for 400 bucks off eBay to upgrade a little bit to a 4090 by spending $1,600 more dollars. Meanwhile, my 4070 sells for like 300 bucks right now. So, nah, I'm good, bro. And NVIDIA themselves, I don't care what MSRP is, NVIDIA themselves price gouges, so. A few weeks ago, I had all my mics die and all my backups in my backup. Oh no, I'm sorry. Probably stop sucking on them. Sounds like American surplus, way overpriced despite stable supply. Well, it's not only that the companies are incredibly greedy, it's that like hobbyists have gotten incredibly greedy too. So like the company fucking price gouges, and then the scalpers who use bots to buy all of them price gouge on top of the price gouging. So now you're like, there are like collectors things that are 4 times the price of what they really should be, because everybody's a jackass, pretty much. Thank you for the follow, Knight of God. Welcome in. How you doing? But I keep getting told to calm down. Yeah, you need to. Lorelei over here is that like one like Vine video of that kid like literally blowing his doorknob. What a weird time, by the way. Vine was a very weird time. Oh, that's really annoying, Red. That sucks. What? Yeah, it's like a really dumb old meme. He's just literally like He's literally just got his mouth around his doorknob. And it's just pulling on it. I don't know, dude. It's really weird. Lorelai, I'm entirely unsurprised, hun. I really am. Vine sucked in retrospect, and I wish it hadn't been the harbinger of TikTok and Reels and such. I'll admit, Vine and TikTok and Reels have given me a lot of really good laughs. But that's why I use like other social media sites instead of those, because they kind of like filter it for you by everybody like posting the best stuff. So I don't have to worry about doom scrolling on TikTok for the one good short every 3 hours. So I did have TikTok once a long time ago, and it really was like 5 fucking like TikToks of just garbage, and then like one that might make you like grin, and then another like 10 of garbage. To be fair, Mac, you can get a recreation for much cheaper. But yeah. Yo! Thank you for the sub, Harry! Welcome back to the harem. Hey, alright, I heard that historically speaking, Rasputin was actually 1,000 rats in a trench coat. Care to comment? Honestly, I think that rumor is a little bit overblown, Ari. From what I understand as a professional historian, Rasputin was actually an alien that crash landed in Siberia at about the, I don't know, 1500s. And he lived in the wilderness for a long amount of time, to the point where he found out the only way that he could survive was by eating large, fat Siberian winter rats and other small game he found. So that was why he was so hypnotizing to the upper classes of Russia when he finally moved his way into Moscow. And the common misconception is that he was a bunch of rats in a trench coat, when really his original way to stay warm was covering himself with rat pelts. So that's what people got confused by. He was a little gray alien on stilts, covered in stitched together rat pelts. So, yeah. Rasputin was actually a Yeti. Again, another misconception, because he was covered, head to toe in rat pelts. So, yeah. That's why they, like, poisoned him and stuff, and it didn't work, because, like, they gave him, like, the cyanide, and he drank it, and he was like, I am immune to cyanide, because he's an alien, and, like, their bodily functions, like, don't care about, like, earthly poisons or whatever. So, yeah. They've developed past the ability to be poisoned by earthly poisons, like natural poisons. So, yeah. He also, the alien definitely microdosed mercury, so he was immortal. That's just how it works. Can you do your alien voice again? This is my alien voice. Close the deal. Should have given him mercury. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's why they had to shoot him, which still didn't work, because obviously he has a fucking force field. And then they had to drown him, because force fields don't keep out water. Everybody knows that. The same thing happened in War of the Worlds. What were they there for? Water. What happened when the aliens got the water? They died. So yeah. That's exactly what happened. That's why Rasputin died finally. The cyanide didn't work. He's immune because he microdosed mercury and was an alien. And then they try to shoot him, but he's got a force field. But it's like the ones from Dune, where it just stops like fast-moving objects, and he's just a little gray alien covered in rat pelts. So they just picked him up and threw him in the river, and he drowned because obviously water doesn't move fast enough for the force field to keep it out. Are you sticking with me here? I gotta make sure. Are you sticking with me? So like the water is not fast, right? Water's slow. There's a lot of water, and water's slow, right? Way slower than Bullet. So it like flooded the force field, but didn't go back out because of the force field. So he drowned. He drowned. That's how it worked. Yeah. Yeah. And so that is why these days, the Russians just stick to throwing people out of windows, because everybody knows that, well, aliens have developed hover technology for crafts. They don't have it on a micro level and can't use it for themselves. And the force fields don't work well against blunt trauma. So they just pick up the aliens and throw them out of windows. It's a lot easier than finding a river. So yeah, very important history. A lot of people don't know about that stuff, but it's really important, Cold War stuff, so yeah. Yeah. Trying to follow, but I'm gonna give up in a minute. He's like, I'm still kind of there, but I'm not gonna be here much longer, I'm gonna be honest. What about the documentation that concludes Rasputin faked his own death because he was tired of Peeps trying to murder him? They literally, like, had his head, though. They, like, literally paraded his head. What do you mean faked his death? Am I wrong? Did they not literally parade his dead body? Pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they have a pickled version of his dick. He could survive. That's true. He is a gray alien. I forgot about that. Would a force field block the CIA poison ice gun? Yeah, but it wouldn't stop the umbrella dart gun. You mean the act of defenestration? Yes. I know what defenestration means. Welcome back, Hawk. Is a myth, right? I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure it is a myth, but I wouldn't be surprised. Would it stop Lee Harvey Oswald? It definitely would, but it would not stop the shooter in the grassy knoll. Speaking of, I am doing a conspiracy theory tier list with Maki on Friday, the day after tomorrow. So make sure, if you guys want, put them in the recommendations tab. Do me a favor. Put your favorite conspiracy theories in there. I've already got a good amount, but I need a lot. So give me some of your favorites. Put a little, like, brief, like, 1 or 2 sentence explanation for them if they're a little odd or, like, really deep. If they're a deep cut, so I know what they're about and I can pick it out if I want it. So we got a lot of fun ones though. Just scroll Facebook for some. Okay, I need interesting ones, not stupid ones like 5G gives you brain cancer. Bro, everything gives you brain cancer. Fucking nut up, you baby. Can I make my own conspiracies? Sure, why not? Next alien I see, I'm gonna spit on them until they drown. That's a good idea. That's actually that's how Tom Cruise beat him in World of the Worlds. What he would do is that he'd climb up the big walkers like a spider monkey, on his hands and shoes, on his hands and feet, crack open the cockpit, kind of like how in World War II movies, they crack open the top and drop a grenade. Instead, he'd crack open the cockpit and spit on them. He'd go, puh, puh, Scientology, puh, and then the alien would be like, ah, and then would die. Yeah, so, yeah, it's pretty cool. Honestly, that was my favorite part of the movie. Why? Because it kills them. Apparently, including, like, green mucus in the spit does more damage. So, they can't handle it. They can't handle it. I swear to God, dude, it actually sounds like on stream sometimes that I actually just straight up absolutely do heroin. And then hit live. Honestly. Oh my God, bro. It actually just feels like I do heroin sometimes and then just go live. Oh my Lord. Did you come back to reality? I sobered up a little bit, but... Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. More like, oh, there goes spaghetti. My client pleads goofy goober, ma'am. Wait, are you don't? Dang, I got it all wrong. Yeah. Hara's a crazy cat lady on stream? I would never. What a terrible accusation, dude. What an awful accusation. When you get so deep in the sauce, you realize how far you went and get consciousness for like 0.002 seconds. Actually, though, it's like the twilight hours of a heroin addiction, where like you are high as shit, but like you realize like it's not real. Like lucid dreaming. It's kind of like lucid dreaming. Where like you're so deep in the sauce, you have like a moment of clarity for like a quarter second and then just like really fall right back down into the rabbit hole. She has multiple personalities like Moon Knight, as if I would ever be anything associated with a moon. Ew. Lame. But yeah. But yeah, dude. Alright, I'll chill out a little bit. I'll have some wobber. That'll help. There's something to be said about the fact that, like, sometimes people create, like, water bottles and cups. If you think about it, like, all of them that aren't, like, open lid or straws are kind of nipple-like. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, dude? They've all got, like, a little, like, nub. He sure did. You gotta, like, suck on it, and it comes out from, like, little holes or, like, the middle part out of the nipple. So... this is why I can only use open top bottles. Lorelai literally gets given like one of those Nike like athletic like squeeze bottles after she's like on the side of the court after like an intense like round of volleyball, and she's like oh god, they only have these, and she's like, okay, just control yourself, and she pops open the top and like takes a swig and she goes, oh shit. Like just has to screw off the top. Seriously, what are you on? I'm on life, dude. I'm on life. I'm on that big JC, bro. Jesus Christ, you ever heard of him? They never notice extra moisture? That's crazy, bro. You gotta look people in the eye whenever they drink from those, actually. Procedurally generated freak, actually. Lorelai is literally just that picture on repeat where it's that guy rubbing his like hands together and his tongue is out. Oh, Lorelai, you need to draw yourself as that. That is you to a T, dude. Hara, did I ever show you my bottle? I don't think you did. I'm worried though. Look, all I'm saying is if we're gonna have titty mouse pads and we're gonna have like naked dockies, maybe there should be a VTuber that comes out with a boob bottle that is literally just like her titty. And like you suck on the bottle nipple to get your gamer subs. There you go, gamer subs. There's an avenue you can take to somehow get more gooner than they already are. There we go. There you go, Ari. You add that to your line at Hovercat. You'll be the next big thing. You'll be the next big thing. I promise it. Do it. Do it. For the dudes, you can make it a wiener. I don't know, dude. I'm spitballing. I think this could be a great business venture. Stop. I'm gonna lose my merch deal. I'm losing my merch deal. It's happening. It's finally happening. The jokes about giving homeless people a treasure hunt and Tom Cruise, like hawking green loogies on aliens, that's not a problem. The moment I start talking about titty bottles is the moment when Aries like, all right, you know what, that's it. I can't defend her anymore. I am getting canceled. This is against my First Amendment rights, dude. I should be able to go anywhere I want and talk about how I think the merch idea of a titty nipple bottle is a great idea, and I shouldn't be persecuted for that. You know, honestly, I think if I sent a letter in to the President of the United States, I bet his administration would fight for that right. I bet he would. I fight for gooners everywhere.
Success.
Exactly. I fight for gooners everywhere. Ow. Ow. All right, I sent my bottle. Oh god, here we go.
Sun Tzu said that.
You sure did. Oh, that's great. Did you do the art for that? That's really good. Holy shit.
Take that bitch to Pizza Planet.
Yeah.
Right, dude. Get her the meat lovers.
Get her the meat lovers. I had pizza for dinner. I made it myself. She says she fights for the gooners, but does she goon with them? Look, in order to fight for the gooners, I have to naturally, and be a leader of the gooners, I naturally have to be above the gooners. So, no, I'm not. Much like a modern day union leader, I am the head of the Gooners Union. But if I'm being honest, I do everything in the direct opposite of what benefits my lower constituents. In return for cash prizes from people that are anti-gooner. So yeah. Yep. Much like a modern union leader. Yep. Yep. Go back to the pizza bit. You made it. What'd you put on it? I put spinach, onions, and pepperoni. I want to hear about the pizza. Please talk about the pizza. Hara, stop talking about other things. You're weirding me out. I'm getting very nervous. I feel like maybe you might say something that might end your whole career tonight if you don't chill out. Talk about the pizza. Shut up. This is your mod. Shut up. Stop talking. This is bad, dude. This is bad. You keep digging yourself a deeper hole here. Holy trifecta. Actually, though. This is an intervention. Oh my god, are you guys gonna radio me? Please don't. I'm gonna get invited to a call with my moderators, and they're gonna scream at me about money and yell at me about how much I'm a fake girly and I fake shit and make me really upset. And then act like they're good people for doing it afterwards. Did you make the dough? The dough is usually the one thing I don't make because it's kind of a pain in the ass even though I have a stand mixer. I usually just buy pre-made dough. But if I'm feeling extra bougie, I will make it. I've got a recipe for like an Hara Rae dough, so. Can I be in the intervention call? I'll moan intermittently. Okay, we gotta lock her up. I'm done. Chat, mods! Mods! Get the shackles. But don't put them on too tight. She'd like that. Get the shackles, and you're gonna take her to solitary confinement. That's literally gonna be 4 walls of cinder blocks. We can't give her bars. She'll try and do something on them. Just make it 4 walls of cinder block. I don't care if you gotta, like, cask of Amontillado her ass, like, shove her into a fucking broom closet, and then, like brick and mortar it up the doorway, but you're gonna have to do that, because, like, I don't think we can give her literally anything. It's too much. I can't take it. Even me, the ironic Joker Gooner, can't take it anymore. We're cask of Amontillado-ing people? We never stopped. What do you mean? We never stopped. We literally never stopped.
But for cock and ball torture.
Exactly. Yo, thank you for the sub, Galaxy Greg. Welcome back to the harem. How you doing, dude? Thank you for the 6 months. Fuck yeah. Seal her under a rock like Sun Wukong? Actually, though. She yearns for the freak closet, for real. Even a white padded room would give them too much to work with? Exactly, dude. Someone resubs while she's yelling at me. Lorelai's like, God damn it, the sub ruined it. I was so close, dude. You see, the thing is like, when I started VTubing, I was like, man, I really am gonna love VTubing, but I'm gonna be really, like, afraid and worried about the kind of people that come into my chat and are just really big gooners and, like, are gonna talk really sexual to me, and it's gonna make me really uncomfortable. Little did I know, the person that would do that would not be a sweaty neckbeard, it would be Lorelai, a really, probably cute girl. And that, I don't know how to feel about that, frankly. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm worried. You are the gooner. I have nothing to goon with. Chop her into a million pieces and toss her into the deepest, darkest pit of the underworld. We're gonna Osiris her? Hell yeah, dude. I'm not. It's tragic. It is tragic. I swear, man. The gooners are the people you least expect every time. The gooners are calling from within the cult. I want to be cute, man. You're definitely cute. There's no way you're not. What do you mean, probably cute? Well, I don't know. I always leave, like, it open to interpretation. But I know for a fact, now that I've thought about it for, like, 0.2 seconds, that Lorelai is definitely adorable. You goon with yourself every night, Hara. That doesn't count! Doesn't count! I find the assumption that women don't have goonable body parts offensive. I'm sorry, that was bad. Look, when women quote-unquote goon, it's not gooning, it's called art, you monkey. It's different. Men sitting there cranking their hog, fucking looking like a fucking wildebeest out on the savannah. Women do it elegantly, dude. With towels. And, like, slip-and slides. Sophisticated. It's art. So, yeah. Ow. You're allowed to crank your hog, too? Oh, I do it all the time. Don't worry. I already do. Problem was that I cranked it a little too hard last time, and I flooded the engine, and so now I have to take my $3,000... motorcycle, my hog, as I call it, into the shop. I'm not excited about it. This is slanderous. Look, I'm not a misandrist, but I am when it comes to gooning. I'm kidding! That's ironic! Oh god, that clip's gonna get posted all over Twitter, and I'm gonna have every single, like, Redditor in my DMs telling me to kill myself. What am I listening to? Okay, honestly, I think I finally lost it. I know I have crazy moments on stream, and we have wacky-ass streams, but I think this is finally it. I think I've finally fallen off the deep end. Ad hominem? Red herring. Plus, I recently sheared all of my hair because I had some bad growth, and now I'm a bald sheep. Ain't nothing wrong about that. This is a low, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, God, it really is, isn't it? All right. Alright, I'll chill. Good thing Reddit isn't real. Reddit is the largest example of dead internet theory I've ever seen in my life. Same thing for Twitter. I think you spent too much time in your pyramid. You need to get out more. I got out today! I went to work. Time for a Google Docie. Yeah, sorry. I don't communicate with other VTubers enough to be problematic among other VTubers. Sorry. No docky to have here, man. The best you got is some old tweets of me calling someone really fucking dumb. That's the best you're gonna find. Work doesn't count? Yes, it does! I communicate with people outside of my family. I take a walk around the park. I sit in my car and watch YouTube videos. It is touching grass. It counts. I genocided wasps today. I'll have you know. I sat outside because I'm the sun, so naturally I got employed to stand outside like a fucking daytime nightlight and piss off the wasps, so that when they land on me to sting me, they get fried. It was actually really effective. I did a really good job, I think. So yeah. Half of them died from the radiation just from getting close. But yeah, unironically, I did kill like 16 hornets today. It was kind of sick. I had like the spray bottle, and I was just like, yeah, around the whole old building and got all of them. It felt cathartic, frankly. She's radiating, chat. Stop her. Yeah, and I went work moving artifacts to a new collections room. What do you mean, Anubis? Twitter, I find Hara to be silly, and that is cancelable. I know Tectone says fucked up shit, but Hara was cringe, and that's worse. So how much for another Carrington event to happen? Asking for a friend? Shit, dude. Give me a tannerite supplier and I'll have it by Monday. Save some IQ for me, girl. I can't, sorry. You have a job at a museum? You've never mentioned that before, Anubis. That's cool. ATF, really about to raid this chat? We've got at least like 3 government agencies foaming out the mouth to be the first one to take me down, let's be honest. Like, all of them are gonna show up outside of my tomb, like, at the same time in differently marked trucks, and then, like, pull the Spider-Man meme where they're all, like, pointing at each other out front, and they're like, wait, you're here too? How many crimes does this bird have? I'm personally an agent of the FDA. This chicken needs to be recalled. Nah, I will admit, if you do leave me a little pink in the middle, I will cause salmonella. I plan on going for a master's in library information science. Oh, do you like volunteer? Is that what it is? And then we learn that she's actually a mummy that is streaming from her dried up brainstem attached to a laptop. No. What would ever make you think of that? That'd be really weird and really dumb. Like, how, like, I mean, how would that even work? Like, I wouldn't have fingers. How would I move my fingers? You know? Yeah. You'll never find my tomb. Don't even try. If you try, I'll curse the shit out of you and you'll die like fucking Lord Carrington. Lorelai, I'm going to bonk you so fucking hard. You're gonna have a permanent Tyler 1 style dent on the top of your head. Yo! Thank you for the sub, Costa! Thank you for rejoining the harem. Welcome back in. I'm pretty sure Lorelai would find a way to get wet over drywall. She'd really be like, oh, it's so dry and plain. Just does it for me. Something about it. Oh yeah, I'm using my stud finder to put holes in the wall. I'm gonna use my stud finder and then fist a hole in the wall. It's gonna be so hot. Hey Costa, what's up, dude? I do like chicken jerky. I've never had chicken jerky. Oh, I gotta mention, I made something tasty yesterday. So, I'm gonna move us away from this conversation now. We're gonna act normal now for once. We've been fucking freaks for an hour and a half. We're gonna be normal now. But yesterday, my roommate made a, Mediterranean turkey meatballs, which I was skeptical about, but I went to the local Mediterranean market and picked up some fresh pita, some fresh hummus, and some fresh harissa. And so when I got back, they were actually really tasty. But when I got back, I decided to make myself, like, impromptu, like, pita pockets. So I took the hawashi and stuffed it with, pickled onions, feta and mozzarella, the turkey meatballs, which I, like, smashed into, like, a thin, like, patty. And then I also added, like, spinach, harissa, hummus, and then put it in the oven with some olive oil for like a minute or two. And they were fantastic. You unballed the meatballs? Yeah, I did. Oh my god, I love farmers markets. Oh, it's not a farmers market. It's a legitimate Mediterranean market. They have like all Mediterranean imported stuff, and they make like halal meats and their own hummus and harissa and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's like a little mini shopping mart. It's really sick. But yeah, they've got everything from like Dubai chocolates with like the pistachios in the middle to like they had like Russian cheese in there, and I was like, whoa, it's crazy looking. Had a little babushka with a cow on it. It's in Cyrillic. Yeah, it was really tasty. Something that a lot of people don't know about, if you mix, okay, I'm about to give you guys such a crazy secret here. Here's a crazy secret. If you guys like hummus, right? If you guys are big hummus fans, go out tomorrow and get yourself a thing of gochujang. You know, the pepper paste, the Korean pepper paste, and mix those two together, right? Put it on some pita or like a pizza bread or like a pizza crust with like no sauce on it, and put it in the oven with some pickled onions and some feta and mozzarella. It'll blow your mind. Or if you want to get lazy with it, just simply dip a little bit into some hummus and then dip a little bit into some gochujang. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it. Yeah, I love gochujang, but gochujang is even better when paired with hummus. Sounds goated. Thanks. You're welcome. It's really tasty. Would highly recommend. What I usually do is that I'll take harissa and gochujang and I'll mix them together in a bowl, like stir them together until they're uniform, and then I'll put them over a pizza crust, right? That's got olive oil on the bottom, and then I'll top it with feta and mozzarella, red onions, and then put it in the oven. And spinach, and put it in the oven. Pull it out. Top it with fresh, like lettuce, typically, and eat that. It's really tasty. If only I could figure out how to make, God, what's it called? Like Euro meat or hero meat, however you pronounce it. Gordon Ramsay versus Hara win. I don't mean to be rude to Gordon Ramsay. He'd blow me out in any competition, except for hamburger. I've seen that man make hamburgers. He makes bad hamburgers. But otherwise, Gordon Ramsay would blow me out of the water for everything else. Shawarma. They did have shawarma meat there. I think he was taking the piss with those burgers. I mean, it still looked better than some I've seen online, but I was just like, brother, what are you doing, man? I was watching him make those, and I was like, there's no way Gordon Ramsay thinks that this is a burger. I mean, it was a burger, but like, there's no way he thinks it's a good burger. I personally am of the belief that a hamburger is about ratios. And ratios are more important than the cut of ground beef or the quality of ground beef and the quality of it. And like, let me put it this way. I think a hamburger is a sum of its parts as a sandwich. So people that focus way too much on the hamburger part of it, the ground beef part, fuck up their burgers too easily. You gotta have that shit proportional. That's why I think smash burgers are better. It's more proportional. It tastes better. And if you don't put mayo on your burger, you're making a mistake. I don't care if you like mayo. Put a little bit on the bun. Be an adult. And eat it with pickles. I swear to God, man. I found out that people don't like pickles in their chicken sandwich. Be an adult. Eat the fucking pickles. Unless you're Haru Urara. She's a cute little bean and should not be forced to eat pickles. Yeah, mayo is mandatory. Red onions, mustard, pickles, tomato. I'm gonna be honest, dude. There's nothing I hate on a burger more than tomato. I hate tomato. Hate it. Here in Germany, it's always doner kebab. I've never had doner either. Doner sounds really good. Smash burger with American cheese, mayo, mustard, pickles, and caramelized onions on a toasted bun. That does sound really good. That does sound really good, darn. That's up there for me, too. I can't stand mayo. Makes my stomach hurt. Even like a thin veneer. It's just egg whites. The only thick burger patties should be real steak burgers. Everything else is posing at best. I can kind of agree with that. Sweet and spicy pickles are so good. Wrong! Sweet and spicy pickles make me vomit. I hate those things. I'm not really a picky child, but even I won't do sweet and spicy pickles. Sweet and spicy, dipping my hand into a jar of pickles and finding out they're sweet and spicy bread and butter pickles is worse than sticking my hand into a bag of cookies and getting oatmeal raisin instead of chocolate chip. If I get oatmeal raisin, I'm like, well, it's not chocolate chip, but it's still pretty good. If I get bread and butter pickles, I'm literally spitting that shit out. Nutella and cucumber? Excuse me? That sounds crazy. Hi, Jadal. I noticed that you said, hi, I'm here now. I thought at first you wrote, hi, I'm new here, like some new chatters will do. And I was like, motherfucker, you're a mod. What do you mean? It's like, what do you mean, bro? You're moderated. Oatmeal cookies like an animal, but oatmeal raisin, raisins don't belong in cookies. I don't know how anyone's an adult and doesn't like raisins. Especially gold raisins. Gold raisins are so tasty. Sweet and spicy or a tomato if you had to eat one. Question, is the tomato mealy? Chocolate covered cucumber slices are actually tasty. I'm not trying that. You're not convincing me. See you, Red. I refuse. I'm not falling for that bullshit. Not doing it. I go crazy for craisins. Are those like dried cranberries? Okra reigns supreme in the vegetable ring. Do you eat them boiled? Fried okra is pretty good. Okra any other way, you are literally eating a bowl of pond scum. Okra's fucking gross and you're gross for eating it. Okra's not gross at all. Fried okra is fantastic. Pickled okra's great. I'm not eating anything that's not fried okra. It's slimy as shit. Nasty. Nasty. Okay, non-fried okra, thank you. But fried okra might honestly be the best fried vegetable. I disagree. Onion ring's top. A really fucking good, honest to God onion ring blows every other fried veggie out of the water. Pond scum. Chewing out here over it like someone's like a backwoods fucking pond with a ladle just scooping up like pond algae. Just sipping on it like it's a stew, just like fried pickles are really good. Not a fan of cooked onion texture? How? I've been to Tennessee and tried fried green tomatoes. It was okay. Fried tomatoes are really big among older people here. I don't like fried tomatoes. Thoughts on ranch? It's okay, but I think the people that put it on everything should be socially outcasted. If you come to my house and I serve you like baked lemon pepper chicken breast and you put ranch on that shit, I'm stabbing you with a screwdriver. Great onion rings are incomparable to any side, but it's hard to find a good place. I can agree with that. Base Hara, valid. I will admit though, there is a secret tech. Pepperoni pizza, especially really greasy pepperoni pizza with a dollop of ranch, a little bit of ranch is really good. But also, like, if you eat like too much ranch, I'm gonna look at you weird. That shit's strong. That's like drinking a cup of vinegar, in my opinion. It's like the same fucking thing. My pond scum, get your own wetlands. I mean, it's all yours. It's all yours. I was not interested. I mean, I do love pickle juice. Pickle juice isn't terrible. Did y'all see in Canada that KFC is coming out with pickle juice Pepsi? I preferred pizza condiments, hot honey. Hot honey is pretty good. See, that's okay, Jadelle, as long as it's not swimming in ranch. But no, I did see, like, the pickle Pepsi. I'm kind of curious. I wonder if it's any good. I definitely feel like even if it is good, that's one of those things I could only have like once every couple of months. I'm a marinara person with my pizza. My brother in Christ, that's just more pizza sauce. You just like extra pizza sauce. That's all that means. That is literally all that means. I'll also add that even though it adds like 500 calories to every slice of pizza, that garlic butter fucks. Marinara is not pizza sauce. There's a difference. It is close enough. It is close enough. Hara, let my pickles go. No. I don't believe in your silly little pickle god. How about the water that hot dog sausages swim in? If you boil your hot dogs, you're fucked up. Just saying. Just like corn, all hot dogs should be grilled. What are your opinion on mushrooms? I like mushrooms in things because they're good at absorbing flavor. I don't eat mushrooms like by themselves. Like I'll never have just like sauteed mushrooms, but I will have red wine mushrooms, which are really good. Opinions on water sausages. What the fuck is that? Can I pickle the jar, Hara? Sure thing, buddy. Have at it, whatever that means. Last time I did scorch them, I'm gonna also say grilled hot dogs are a little bit better if they're a little bit burnt. Sauteed mushrooms with soy sauce or Worcestershire and onions mixed are so good. They're not bad if you put some butter in there and some garlic. Alright, did the sea peoples come out of nowhere to take your pickles? It's not like I had pickle caches. No. I'm a little offended that you minimize the tragedy of the sea peoples that hurt my peoples by making that cute little joke there. Yo!
Great success.
Welcome in, Raiders! Welcome in, everybody. My name's Hara Rae Sol. I'm an Egyptian peregrine sun goddess. I do worth on a variety of history streams. Thank you for the raid, Mother Eugen. Today we're doing a history stream. How was yours? As in, put you in a jar, then pickle you. Hey, sometimes I like to be wined and brined. Just saying. Seattle dog, bear with me here. Toasted bun, cream cheese, out. I'm out. Caramelized onion, sriracha, and barbecue sauce. Bro, putting sriracha and barbecue sauce is so overkill. That's like double ketchup with extra spices. Nice! Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm clearly a Philistine. Well, at least you're not Assyrian. Or Babylonian. Or Greek. Or Roman. Do you think all barbecue sauce is ketchup based? The ones that the vast majority of people eat are. Yes. I know not all of them are. I know that someone in here is coming in with the fucking Gordon Ramsay-esque actually armchair cook There are mustard-based barbecue sauces. Yeah, how about you mustard on my ass? How about that? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but how about you do that? A good barbecue doesn't have ketchup. What the fuck is in it then? Chat, get the mustard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. If a good barbecue sauce doesn't have ketchup, then what the fuck is the barbecue sauce made up of? Where is the ass, Hara? I hope it's still back here. Yeah, it's still there. I can see it. Yep, it's there. Mustard and vinegar. I mean, yeah, I guess there's technically vinegar, but it still has ketchup in it. See you, Val. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Hope to see you back on Friday for our conspiracy stream. No, they don't. I swear to God, there's no way you make a barbecue sauce without ketchup. It is literally impossible. Okay, they have tomato paste. Whatever. Some have tomato paste. Yeah, and then you season it with sugar, which means it's just fucking ketchup. There's a difference between tomato paste and ketchup? No, but you add vinegar and sugar. You know the things that make ketchup. It's still ketchup. It's the same. Ketchup has corn syrup? No, it doesn't. Lies. Maybe modern ketchup, but it's still ketchup. Corn syrup wasn't a thing till the 80s, and they had ketchup in like the 40s. Literally, they're like, that's literally like, technically, it's not a cake, even though it has flour, eggs, sugar, and has topped with icing. It's a fucking cake. Ketchup is made from apples? All right, you're losing your mind. Oh, hey, I made bread. Why is one unleavened? I must have forgot the yeast. Oh, well, it's the exact same. What are you forgetting? You literally aren't forgetting anything. You aren't forgetting anything when you add vinegar, sugar, and tomato paste into a fucking recipe. That's just ketchup. That is literally just ketchup. That is ketchup. There's nothing missing. That's literally like that's like putting flour yeast. That's like putting flour, yeast, and eggs and water in a fucking pan and being like, oh, actually, it's not bread. It's still bread. In other news, I found out interesting stuff about the Nile. Ooh, please share. Grow up, dude. Grow up. All barbecue has ketchup. Tomato paste with vinegar and sugar is ketchup. Grow up. Sit there and tell me I'm wrong, dog. She came down in a fucking bubble, dude. The Wicked Witch of the East, bro. Grow up. Alright, do I wash my rice before cooking it? Yes, you do. Bread has eggs. Yeah, I fucked up with the eggs, but you get my point. Japanese curry is also usually made with ketchup as a base. Yeah, something about Asian countries love ketchup. I don't know what it is. Hara, do you wash your rice? Do not get me back on that rant. The Japanese love ketchup so much, they made their own version and it's just tonkatsu sauce. Some bread has eggs, I think brioche does. It's more like an egg wash, but yeah. Oh, that is a hot take? I mean, it's close enough. It's a little bit different, I'll be willing to admit. That's why I call it tonkatsu sauce. But I guess it's more like their barbecue sauce, I think about it. The equivalency. I'm not saying it's the same, the equivalency. Okay, the one thing barbecue sauce should not have in it is anchovies. Where the fuck are you having barbecue sauce that has anchovies in it? How much water do I use for my rice? Finger, use finger. But actually though, it depends on how long the grains of rice you have are. But short grain, I like to do 1 to 1. If it's long grain, I do like 1.5. Yeah, like Janelle said, like 1.5. Yeah, just fish sauce instead of anchovies. I feel like that's a little bit different. A restaurant I went to had an award-winning sauce made with anchovies. Worst sauce ever. Yeah, that sounds like one of those places that cares more about presentation than actual, like, food. So, yeah. You're a short grain, Hara? Yeah, well, I gave your mom this fucking long grain, so suck on it. Or that Ara was banned from Nubia because the Kush disagreed with her hot sauce takes. Yeah, that's why we've been at war ever since. Hara, don't tell people to suck on it after you finish with their mom. I mean, you know what they say. They say things. That's what they say. And that is, I plead the 5th. Yep. Ugh, okay. But yeah, there's my crash out for the night. See ya, Anubis. Thanks, dude. I love the Tasting History YouTube channel. Max Miller is amazing. I love his channel. When new wallpaper art? When you donate like $500 so I can afford another one. We didn't. What are you talking about? Bro, okay. No. You made that grammatical error on purpose. I'm not falling for the bait. You made that on purpose. That was on purpose. Cringe, bro. Tasting History is so underrated. Okay, I don't know about underrated. He averages like 1 million views. That's like literally being like, Katy Perry is low-key underrated. Well, actually, no, it'd be more like Taylor Swift. Oh, does he now? Yes, he averages like millions of views. Someone that's actually underrated is Sean Munger. Just saying. I need to watch some of his videos. I haven't watched them in a bit. People in chat are assuming things of me, and that's rude. Yo, thank you for the follow, Mr. BK. Welcome to the gold. How you doing? Bernadette Banner is underrated. I don't think I've heard of them, actually. Yeah, we've also spent like 2 hours, and there have been like literally 0 history questions. So let's retool. Does anyone have any fun history opinions or questions or museum-related questions? So what happened to the videos? I told you, we're only gonna do them for the last hour. Oh, which I guess we're technically in, but I'll start them in a minute. What if we're not assuming but knowing? You are a prophet and you are a rat, but you do not know how to predict me, dude. Yeah, your model's cool and your voice. Oh, thank you, mister. That's very sweet of you, dude. Now hand over your organs. Or be cursed. Pick one. You to pick. I'll spin the mystical wheel of curses if you pick curses. So you can get something fun. But you gotta pick one. Either I'm taking your liver or you get cursed. Pick one. What's the oldest thing in your museum? We have a couple, like, curse. Okay, you officially have 2 clubbed toes. Both of your big toes are now clubbed. Everything else is normal. It's not gonna really cause you pain or anything. It's not really gonna hurt, but, yeah. Every time you're gonna forever feel anxiety whenever you take your socks off at, like, the pool or choose to wear sandals or something like that, so, yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. GG, yeah, honestly. Should have gone with the liver removal. The Niver River, yeah. The Nile River flows north, which is why the upper Nile is in the south. However, the prevailing winds blow south. This is what allowed people to ride the current north at around 5 miles per hour, but sail south because of the winds. Brother, you are, like, quite literally quoting, like, the equivalency of, like, I don't even know. You're, like, quoting the equivalent of, like, the Bambino's curse to, like, a Chicago Cubs fan. Hey, Greg, how's it going? Where did onions come from? That's a good question. I believe that, like, tomatoes are from the New World, if I'm not mistaken. I don't get it. You're preaching to the choir. That's what I'm saying. You're preaching to the choir. You're literally telling a fact about the Nile to, like, an ancient history person that is also an ancient Egyptian goddess. You got a new mattress today, and this is the first ever mattress I've actually gotten new. All the others have been hand-me-downs or secondhand or refurbished, but this one's new. There you go. Nice. New mattresses are nice. Where did you come from and why? Well, technically, I came from ancient Egypt. Fought Apophis around the year 0. Beat him, but got flung into space to recover my spiritual powers from the great fight I had against him, the great battle. And then I was reawoken about 10 years ago, by a small cult out in, like, northern Nevada. And, here I am. Yeah. I think onions are from the old world. At least I've never heard of them originating somewhere else. They honestly might be. I might have gotten them confused because I thought, no, onions aren't considered nightshades, are they? Never mind, I'm wrong. Is it that serious? Oh, it is. That's why I'm here, dude. Rebuild this cult so we can get our empire back. She's just an ancient alien. Nonsense. Onions are tubers. I don't know what that means, and frankly, I don't know if I want to unpack what that means, so. No, they're not nightshades. Yeah, they're more of a root vegetable, aren't they? I guess nightshades are really only tomato and eggplants. Do you know the French song about fried onions? I do not. Tubers are root vegetables, like potatoes. That's actually what they're called. I thought you were just being quirky and saying Vtubers in a weird way. If aliens never came to Earth, why do we have a word for them? Whoa. You know, I never thought about that. Thank you for the follow, Ryuzo MC. Welcome to the cult. How you doing? Bro, all of my tubers are potatoes. That's for damn sure. Doubting Lorelai, huh? Rookie mistake. Look, she just throws gooner shit out there. So yeah, I just kind of assume sometimes. P-tuber? Mm-hmm. Actually, P-tuber, I believe, was actually pretty early on in the VTuber community lore, but have since died out for the most part. And they were actually usually referred to as piss-tubers, not P-tubers. So, get your history right. Pushes up nerd classes. Yeah. Chanson de l'Oignon. God, I hate French. And while you're clearly just a Fallout tribal cult leader, yeah. They just stay hidden, waiting for their call to arms. The French hate you too. I'm sure they do. They seem to hate everybody that's not French. I'm actually quite knowledgeable. Oh yeah, then what's the speed of an air-laden of an unladen swallow? What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow, huh? Maybe then I'll let you cross my bridge, if you know what I'm saying. African or European? African. Obviously! I'm Egyptian! That should be obvious. Kinda mad you guys didn't even think about that. In fact, you have to ask it all. It means you can't cross my bridge. About tree fitty. Close. But no cigar. Yo, thank you for the follow. Drop the Apollo. Welcome to the cult. The correct answer is the life of Brian is better. Approximately 11 meters per second or 24 miles per hour. Interesting. What's your favorite color, Hara? Take a wild fucking guess. Take a wild guess, bro. You never seen The Life of Brian? It's really good. Blue? Yep, you got it. Wow, crazy. Yep, you nailed it, bro. Holy shit. Clearly pink? Oh my god, chat. Y'all know everything about me. It's crazy. I have a very good friend in Rome. I have a very good friend in Rome that might know the answer. Gold, maybe? I love gold! Yes, it is gold. Hara looks like she could rock emerald green. Baby, I'm hot as fuck. I could rock any color. Don't get it twisted. I could rock fucking periwinkle, bro. Why are you saying Mingus Wheatus? Oh, man. I know Hara is a dingus. That's Mrs. Mingus to you. Fucking Mingus, bro. I'm still stuck on that. I can't believe someone actually named their child Mingus. That sounds like some shit Donkey would say while playing Final Fantasy. I really liked Norman Reedus before that, too. Thought he was kind of cool. And continent buttocks. Jesus. What a silly fucking movie. I don't know, the thing is like, I like dumb humor, but it can't be too dumb. You know what I mean? It's like that Tropic Thunder quote that the one I'm not gonna say because it's got a bad word in it. But it's kind of like that, which is why I didn't like Dumb and Dumber. You made up any word just for fun ever? No, but I have given fake definitions to words for fun. So you don't like me? What do you mean? Never go full Dumb and Dumber. There you go. Thank you. I'm only dumb humor. I said I like dumb humor, just not too dumb humor. Like Dumb and Dumber. It's too dumb. No, that sounds exactly right, Gear. And honestly, I would say that, like, honestly lends credence to the movie a bit better. There's a Chinook flying above me right now. Oh, well, they've started picking up the cultists. Well, we're done, chat. It was great while it lasted. They found out about the shit already that I said on stream. We're done. We're cooked. We are officially cooked. Okay, so I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break, okay? I'm gonna give me some water. I'm gonna have a little snack, and then when I come back, and a little pee, and then when I come back, we're gonna watch some history videos, okay? So don't go anywhere. If you do, I will curse you so fucking hard, believe me. You know, like when you ask a genie if you can have more than 3 wishes? Well, you're gonna have to ask me if you can have less than 3 curses. Let's just put it that way. All right? So don't test me. I will ruin your life. I will give you a cleft chin that all of the children in your neighborhood could fucking swim in. Don't even start with me. So yeah, think about that. one of you little degenerates likes hand holding. It is real Hara hours. Okay, before we get started on the history video, I've got a video for you guys. This is a song I found while listening to System of a Down today on Spotify, and I want you guys to witness this amazing fucking jam that I found here. So let me get it together. Give me like 1 second. Hold on. Okay, here we go. This one's a banger.
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
This song is a banger. I hate how good it is. Cookie Mosher. It is me.
What comes after 2? 3. What comes after 3? 4. I can only count
The guy in the corner.
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
I am headbanging to this, dude. Ah, he fucked it up. He fucked it up.
I can count to 1, 2. I can count to 2, 3. I can count to 3, 4. I can't count no more. What comes after 1, 2? What comes after 2, 3? What comes after 3, 4? I can only count to 4. 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 I can only count to 4.
I love 3, Bruce. Me too, dude. 4 combustion engines. Oh my god, the Aussie reference!
1, you can count to 1, 2, you can count to 2, 3, you can count to 3, 4, you can't count no more! 1, what comes after 1, 2, what comes after 2, 3, what comes after 3, 4! We can only count to 4, we can only count to 4, we can only count to 4! We can only count to 4, we can only count to 4!
The puppets are so janky, too. Math! That is so fucking good, man. So yeah, this is Psycho Stick. That is fucking great. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more off key today. I know we're supposed to be doing history stuff. I'm so sorry, but I've got one unknown gem for you guys. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Value Select, but Value Select is one of my favorite channels that I think is one of the most underrated on YouTube. This guy is actually fantastic, and he deserves way more attention for the work he puts in. So let me grab one for you real quick. I don't know I need to check out his newer stuff, but we'll check out his favorite of mine from the older ones. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This one is my favorite, but let me see if I can find, we're gonna, hold on. This one's my This one's actually my favorite. Billy is probably my favorite. I'm stammering because I'm trying to think of it, but this one's so good. This is why we show up to these streams. Thank you.
Delay.
I used to know this one by heart too.
Hey there, pretty lady, won't you marry my dad? You're the perfect match. I think he'd make you laugh. Please do it, cause I want a mom so bad. Mom so bad.
I want a mom like that, a mom like you.
Cause the past moms I've had never see it through. You could be the one who stays.
Thank you, son.
Thank you, son. I'm proud of you.
My boy is right. I've been all alone, just a fathering son in a broken home. I'll leave my card at the end of the song if you'd like to take a date to the duck and waffle. Yeah.
Okay, so my overall impressions, obviously kind of weird.
It's so good. Oh my god, I love that. Okay, so that's one of them. He's so wacky though. He's so great. The other one I really like is Awkward Memories, which is just a banger. This one's so good. It's actually really funky.
Got a moment?
Of course, my man. What's on your mind?
Here's the deal.
I can finally sleep because I can think it over. What's on your mind? Justice of the world is picking you up, and nothing really do is never enough. Yes, I mean, yes, more like awkward memories. Past things that I've done. Believe that I thought the doors were cool. You were the only one. Got my fair share of regrets. Someone you don't know. And a neighbor who isn't waving too. So you kill them. So you kill your neighbor. In a minute, can we backtrack? You killed a man. It's super awkward. So everybody knows.
Things you need your friends to forget. How did you come up 7 stories? The cringe gave me superhuman strength. Maybe pull the trigger and another
Cringy moment to your list. Maybe sit with your emotions, break the cycle of your daughter can't fix up.
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
You're better than that.
Put her there.
But yeah, oh my god, his videos are so good. He's got like 1 billion of these, and he really deserves like more stuff. So please check out Value Select. I want him to keep making stuff. I love his fucking videos. Okay, so I'll stop distracting now, and we'll finally get to History Night. I know we're really late, but hey Taco Party, how's it going? You like Tom Cardy's mixed messages? Ooh, please put in the music stuff. I'll check it out. Yeah, I know it's History Night. I know it's really just chatting with a little bit of history. That's always what it's been, but let me see here. All right, I'll start picking out some videos. I promised I would. So let me find some good ones. Okie dokie. What do we got in here? Okay, how long is this one? Hold on. This one might be good, but I gotta... 14 minutes! Okay, we'll see if we have some shorter ones first. I'm gonna try to get in what I can. Because a lot of these are really long. This one sounds interesting. Okay, this one's 5 minutes. We'll do this one.
Rome fell in the year 476. The microphone wasn't invented until the 1870s. That's quite a gap. And
Grinding War Thunder and crying sounds about right.
Latin. Prove it? Okay. Catholic school. Literature class. My teacher is let's call him Father F. A fellow language head himself, Father F has a much fuller experience bar than me. Respect. It's first thing in the morning, and that schoolroom sunlight is barely starting to flip the activation switches in my brain. Languagey words drift in from across the class. Consonants.
Man,
Italian,
chat, we were learning about
pronunciation,
numbers and how to
upload
count, and now we're
nonsense.
learning about
One kid's over there talking with
languages.
the
You guys are
father.
learning a
Best
lot
I
today.
can recall, it went like this. So, how do we know what Latin sounded like? I mean,
On average, our chat just went up from being able to count to only 2 to at least being able to count to 4. So that's pretty big. Let's see if you guys learn English good, too.
thought Caesar's quote was Veni Vidi Vici, but some Latin student told me V's were W's and C's were K's. Oh, come on. Can you imagine any good Italian saying Weni, Weedy, Weeky?
Weedy?
I'm sitting there, sure this is wrong somehow. See, my first linguistic obsession was reading up on how Latin became the Romance languages. So why was I suddenly speechlessly tongue-tied? Well, young self, it took me years, but I'm back to help. We think we know what Caesar's Latin sounded.
True, he did
and
say
that
1, 2, 9,
wasn't
10
it.
a couple times.
We know because, well, sometimes they told us. Quintilian was a smart guy from Roman Spain who moved to Rome, managed to survive the off-the-wall Year of the Four Emperors, and then founded a school of rhetoric. Also, he hated the letter K. So, K, I think, shouldn't be used
Interesting.
at all. The letter C keeps its strength before all the vowels. If he's saying C always made a K sound, that means it didn't
This
have
guy
that
is literally
second soft
saying that K is
pronunciation it does
redundant.
in English or Italian. But that's one grammarian say so. Things could look different when all the evidence comes in, which is exactly what one Czech linguist claims about the letter R.
Okay, the other thing is, I just want to say, it must have been so much fun to be an ancient writer, because you can just make shit up. Like, literally, you can make up anything. I know we've talked about this before, but the idea that you can just make up anything is so appealing to me. Like, for all we know, yes, he could have been a renowned linguist, and we know that because of probably other secondary or primary sources. But also he could have been like, yeah, this is a book I wrote super seriously, but all Romans would know is an absolute joke. Like, it's a book of irony. So, like, historians are now, like, could be looking back at this. I'm not saying it's likely, but it's possible. But looking back at this and they're completely taking in the wrong inflections and understandings from this book because he just fucking wrote it as a joke or just lied. Like,
Latin textbook
or as an
says
idiot.
it's a trill. She argues it's a tap. Ere. Re. We're just gonna have to piece together the evidence ourselves, starting with ancient authors writing in good Latin. The first clue they give us is the alphabet, which was meant to fit Latin sounds. You hear that, English? So when they wrote words differently, like anus, anus, and annus, it's a face value hint that they said them differently. Meaning that
Interesting.
long ah, which sometimes has this little apex, doesn't sound the same as short ah. And double consonants don't sound like single consonants. In the hands of Virgil, the epic
one at the
poet,
top's
that
just a little bit
CSA alphabet
zesty.
is jammed into a precise structure, poetic meter. From that meter, we can figure out which syllables are long and which are short.
I only
which
know
helps confirm
inches.
which vowels are long and which ones are short. So some E's are longer than other E's.
That's
But
really
go look for
interesting,
short E on
actually.
inscriptions and you'll
So,
find
like, that's actually really cool. Okay, so it's kind of like an expanded form of, like, an umlaut in, like, the German language. So, like, that's really cool. So, like, depending on the symbol, it shows how long you accentuate the letter. Which is really cool. I bet, are there any other languages like that today? I don't know of any personally, but I've never really been a linguist. That's really cool, actually. I wonder why that didn't really... It feels like it didn't transfer to other, like, languages that were inspired by Latin. Like, English, almost said American. English has, like, a double O or things like that, but it's very interesting that, that it has that little quirk.
something interesting.
Well, I guess German kind of has it because of the umlaut, but it's still not exactly the same, so.
Or won't find, because it might be representing an A. Why?
Uh-oh.
Well, it makes sense if short E wasn't only shorter than long E, but it also had a different sound, a sound closer to A, a kind of I. Romans left even more clues when they marched
Hey,
right
Eric,
into foreign
how's it
language
going?
territory and got raided by Germanic tribes. Linguistic raids. We're all taking words, guys. What do you want? Oi, bring me back some wine. I want a wall. Yep, those are Latin words and bad accents. And they make it look like vuz were was at the time, something we'd already be suspicious of from poetry and word pairs. So yes, good Latin was spreading. But back home, the Roman rabble was
Yeah, I'm gonna be real, Herc. We've not done a lot of
Good
history
Latin
tonight.
writers
This is the
noticed, though,
first
and
history
even
video.
included characters speaking the bad Latin, the sermo vulgaris, especially for
His
good
Latin
laugh.
pronunciation's
But
really
bad
on
Latin
point.
can still be good evidence.
He's really good at
Down
that.
in Pompeii, before the tragedy, a random guy comes along and graffitis the place to make sure we'd forever know that he stopped here with his brother. He does something vulgar, though. He drops the H in the word here. Just a little mistake, right? Later, you find a very dusty, very old book full of cranky corrections, telling you that the word for old is vetulus, not veclus, to say hostiae, not ostiae, and hermeneumata, not erminomata. Come on, people, get it together. Looks like the Pompeii bros weren't the only ones dropping their H's. These mistakes are an interesting kind of proof.
They also
probably
had
wouldn't
spelling
beg me to
errors.
stop
This is
dropping
their
my H's
your
unless people were indeed dropping
version.
their H's. But what was
Or
once
they, there,
linguistic
there.
heresy eventually turned into romance. Languages. These all have something to teach us about Latin. Wait, how can new languages be evidence for a dead one? Well, take Spanish or Italian A. It comes from Latin A. But it also comes from short I, but not long E. Kind of like those inscriptions. It's even more evidence for short I versus long E. Also C. The letter C. The Romance languages still love it, but before E's and I's it makes a soft sound. Except in Sardinian. So will good Italians say vincere, in Sardinian conquering is vincere. Now, Romance palatalization is another story, but historical linguistics says these
I'm
languages
glad I'm
are
not the only one that
whispering at
thought
us.
John Cena there.
C always sounded like K, but most of us
Although
changed.
in Latin it would be
Their
pronounced
thumbs up
Cinna
in
or
quintilia.
Kinna.
So you see, younger self, all of
Kenya.
this is why when Romans talked about conquering, they said vincere, and why Caesar's phrase was veni, vidi, vici. Now, before you go around enforcing reconstructed pronunciation on us, getting the
All I'm saying is, if I went back in time and I hear grown-ass Julius Caesar in front of the Senate go weedy, I think I'd literally lose my shit. I'm not making out of that Senate chamber alive, dude. I'm laughing. Oh my god. What kind of Star Wars alien speak? Exactly, dude.
Pope to speak like a real Caesar. Think about Latin's living history. This was but one part of the story. Pretty amazing one, though. Stick around and subscribe for language.
That's pretty cool, though. That's a really interesting video. I like that one. I don't really know a lot about languages and the history of languages. That's like something I'm like pretty I was gonna say unintelligent on, but that's not the right word. Ignorant of. All right, we got a little short here. We'll check this one out. Oh Lord.
Australia just found a new record-breaking insect, but
Yeah, that
before I
sounds
show
about
it to
right.
you, how the do we keep finding new bugs? You see, Australia is home to an estimated 200,000 species of insect, which is pretty damn impressive, especially when you consider the only place you're going to find more bugs than that is by counting the fucking roach population in Asmongold's walls.
Sheesh! She's
Now,
right,
the
though.
scary part of this is that out of that 200k, we've only actually identified 62,000, meaning that we have no idea what nearly 3/4 of the bugs in the country actually fucking do.
They just don't know what they do. There could be a bug in there that like literally carries like a super plague or super cancer or something. Or it's like a zombifies people, or like burrows into skin like the scarabs from the Mummy movies. But like, that's actually insane to me. Australia seems like the one kind of place that if they found a gate to hell, it'd either be in A, Siberia, like remote Russia, or B, Australia. And there is like no other close option. Where's Hara? Beetle, Hara come out already? I've been up for a while. You guys have known I've been by for a very long time. Like, actually, though, I feel like we're gonna find, like, the first hell spawn in Australia. There's gonna be some Australia guy walking around the fucking bush being like, "Oi, crikey! It looks like a goddamn Mephistopheles! Goddamn, he's barbecuing that rhino over there!" I guess they don't really have rhinos. That kangaroo over there! There we go. Quick! Throw some Vegemite at him! It'll curse him back to hell! Even the demons of hell can't handle Vegemite!
Like jazz.
And so it should come as no surprise that while exploring Australia's dense rainforest...
Okay, that is actually something really funny to think about, though. Just the idea that there's, like, a rare, like, insect species that we don't know what it does, and there's a very high chance that someone in Australia has seen it and absolutely splattered its guts across concrete with a chancla. Like, that is really funny to think about. Did not expect a Hara Australian accent. I'd say Australian is, like, one of the few ones I can do consistently well. It's from watching a lot of Max Mofo, I'll admit. Like, I'm just saying, it's really funny. Like, there could be, like, a bug that, like, cures cancer, and I guarantee an Australian has swatted it with a sandal.
Two scientists discovered a new record holder for the largest insect in the land down under.
Oh, that's horrifying.
It's a fucking stick bug.
It's a stick bug! Alright, never mind.
Introducing Acrophila alta.
My brother in Christ, that is not a stick bug, that's a branch bug. That is the whole fucking branch. Holy shit, that thing is horrifying, and it flies. I hate that. It fucking flies.
And coming in at a full 40
That is a
centimeters
branch!
And 44 grams in weight. I don't think that qualifies as a stick insect anymore. That's fucking Groot.
That's fucking
Australia's
Groot.
very own.
Look, all I'm gonna say is, if it's bigger than most dudes' dicks, it's no longer a stick. It's a branch. It's a branch.
Erd tree avatar was discovered in Queensland. Because of course it fucking was. And despite being enough inches in length to make any man jealous, it's actually completely
Not the.
However,
Oh my god. Yeah,
given
thank you for the
besides
follow,
bugs that we
Monati.
have,
225. Welcome in. How you doing?
I think they're gonna send the fucking Helldivers.
That's fantastic. That's really good. Most sincere pleasure to support any VTuber. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy and hang out. We're doing our little history night tonight. I'm afraid you missed a lot of the curse talk for tonight. You know, the one that all VTubers have. But if you want to go back and watch the VOD, you are more than welcome to. Just be warned is all I'm going to say. All right. Let's check out another one. Okay, I'll check out the other one I wanted to look at, which is the Shinsengumi. This one seems really cool. Have you seen this guy about Funnel Web 2 Electric Boogaloo? No, I don't know what you mean, Lorelai. He has really good videos, though. I like his stuff. He's funny. I got you, Lorelai.
The Shinsengumi was a special police force organized by the shogunate during Japan's Bakumatsu period in 1863. It survived for 6 years until its demise in 1869. It was founded to protect the shogun's representatives in Kyoto at a time when a controversial imperial edict to exclude...
I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to body shame. However, why did he find it appropriate to circle his titties? Why did he find it appropriate to circle his titties with paint? I feel like, personally, if I had that body type and were not a woman, the last thing I would want to do would be to accentuate that. I'm just saying. Do you think that after he won his fights, he was like, my lovely manly lumps, check him out? Do you think that was his walkout jam, was Shakira's My Lumps? Are you jealous? A little bit. I gotta try that technique though. It definitely makes them look bigger. It's like when you're like overweight and you wear like horizontal stripes, which is a no-go because it makes you look bigger. That's what the circles do. I don't think sumo wrestlers actually do that. I think they do. I'd also like to say that the guy in the background's face is crazy, bro. What is that guy's face? That face is hilarious. He's like, ah! I think that's just the big, because he slayed, for sure, for sure.
Foreign trade from Japan had been made, and the Choshu clan had been forced from the imperial court. Under the battle cry of Sono Joy, revere the emperor, expel the barbarians, there had been many assassinations.
I also want to say, this is a very informative video so far, but this guy sounds like he popped 2 Xanaxes before he decided to read his script and is bored by his own script. He sounds like he is fighting for his life to stay awake right now. Yeah, the Shinsengumi were really cool with the moniker for the emperor, and they were really big fans of the Ultramarines, as you can tell by their blue and white color scheme. But in Japanese, it was called Ultramarines. So yeah, I'm just thinking that's really cool. That's a part of, you know, shogunate history that a lot of people don't really know about, is that people think that Warhammer was British, when in reality, like all things, it was actually Japanese. Thank you for coming to my video on the Shinsengumi. I'm gonna go take a 16-hour nap. Have a great night. Hey, Reaper!
Of shogunate supporters and
Burger King foot lettuce guy sounded more energetic. Okay, you didn't have to cook him like that, bro. Bro, chill. You didn't have to cook him like that. As someone that is also chronically tired, that you did not have to cook him like that, dude. Normally you just wear black, but thankfully I recently lost all my weight. Let's go. I need to lose a little bit of punch myself, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I got a goddess body.
Representatives. As a result,
Soft voice Hara's uncanny. What? Because I'm not yelling for once?
the military government had to do
The last
something to
thing you want in a burger, in your Burger King burger, is finding a bird's tail feather in your delicious meaty treat. I honestly, I really do want to hear that guy say meaty treat now. That honestly sounds like peak.
them. Thus, the beginnings of the
I got a little
Shinsengumi was
bit
created. Japan's forced
But that
opening
might
to the
be
West
what
in
you get.
1864, which required it to open its shores for trade or face military conflict, exacerbated internal.
Oh my god, that guy looks like how this guy sounds! That guy looks how this guy sounds! He looks just as done as with the video as the narrator! He's just like, oh yeah, I'm fucking done with this shit, dude. I'm so fucking tired. Oh my god, dude! He's just... That's him, bro. Also, it's fucking Matthew Perry. I loved him in Fallout New Vegas. I'm so sorry about the jacuzzi accident, Mr. Perry.
Political instability.
Oh my god.
One long-standing line of political opinion was Sono Joy.
Matthew was done with the Japanese isolationism. I think we made a joke on here. I think we made a joke on here already about that Matthew Perry, like, forcing Japan to open up. Like, I forget what it was. It's been a minute, but it was really funny.
Like the idea of
yes, I
opening up
am
the
implying
country
he
to
was on
foreigners.
Xanax, likely relaxing in a hot tub.
Tokugawa shogunate formed the Roshigumi on October 19, 1862. The Roshigumi was a squad of 234 ronin drawn from the sword schools of Edo. The squad's commander was Matsudaira Katamori.
Oh my god,
daimyo of
dude.
the Aizu domain.
As
And their
usual,
leader was Kiyokawa
Japanese
Hachiro,
guy with a
a
sick ass
ronin from
hat.
Shonai domain.
God, that
The
trip is
Roshigumi's mission was to
immaculate.
protect Tokugawa Iemochi, the 14th shogun, during an important trip to Kyoto to meet with Emperor Komei. This was a historic event because there had not been such a meeting since the 17th century.
Oh, wait! Gear made it! That's right. Okay, hold on. We talked about Matthew Perry. I gotta bring it up. Gear! Where's Gear at? I need Gear. Send me that video you made of Matthew Perry! Hold on. I think I can maybe find it. I gotta find the video of Matthew Perry. Shit, maybe it's in memes. Hold on. I know we're pausing it again, but hold on. It was so good, dude. Okay, hold on. I don't even think I ever wait, no, I definitely did post it, just nobody liked it, which I don't think they got the joke. God, where is it? I gotta find it. Hold on. Of course Gear's not here. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen it. Hold on. Ah, shit. I know he made it. I don't know where it went. I know he made it. And of course, this is the one moment he's not at stream. God damn it. Hold on. God, where did he put that? I promise it's important. Yeah, I think he did send it as an MP4. Hold on. Yeah, they're sent it as an MP4 or something like that. Yeah. I know I'm holding stream up, I'm sorry. God damn it, of course he's not here, this guy. Every time I need him. This guy's out there gooning somewhere. Hold on. God damn it. Where did it go, dude? It was so long ago, too. I'd have to scroll so far to fucking find it. Oh, Gear, you bitch! You lurking bitch! I'm so angry right now. Not at him, obviously. He couldn't have possibly known. It just, oh my god, the timing, of course, man. Every fucking time. Let me see if he responded in Discord. He didn't. He's just gone, bro. He died. Fine, we'll show it later if he comes back. This guy.
Tokugawa Iemochi had been invited to discuss how Japan should enact the recent imperial edict calling for the expulsion of foreigners.
Oh.
Kiyokawa Hachiro and the Roshigumi were ordered to accompany Shogun Iemochi to Kyoto and protect his procession at all costs. However, Kiyokawa Hachiro's goal, which he revealed following the group's arrival in Kyoto, was to actually gather Ronin to work with the Loyalists and overthrow the shogunate. In response, 19 Roshigumi members, mainly from the Mito clan, remained and formed the Mibu Roshigumi.
The Roshigumi?
Other members loyal to the Tokugawa government returned to Edo and formed the Shinchogumi. Initially, the Mibu Roshigumi were called Mibu.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Meaning
oh well.
Ronin of Mibu. Mibu was a village southwest of Kyoto and was the place where they were stationed.
Mechanics losing their 10mm
Mibu
socket be
Roshigumi
like,
was initially
actually.
formed in 3 factions under Serizawa Kamo, Kondo Isami, and Tonoichi Yoshio. Internal strife soon developed within the group. Tonouchi was assassinated by Kondo on Yojo Bridge because he apparently didn't live up to the Shinsengumi code. Serizawa had ordered Iesato Tsugo to commit seppuku for deserting to Osaka, and Negishi Yuzan deserted to Edo where he joined the Shinchogumi after the assassination of Tonouchi. During this time, the Loyalists were leaving the streets of Kyoto bloodied from regular assassinations on those who supported the shogun and his desire to open the country. Matsudaira Katamori, after the careful evaluation of the political scene in Kyoto, felt it was necessary to change the scope of the Mibu Roshigumi's mission from protecting
Big
the
deal. I
shogunate
didn't have that
to
stuff this
patrolling the
morning. Me
streets of
too,
Kyoto
man.
and restoring order
It's
in
not
the
a,
name
it's not a,
of
it's
the Tokugawa Bakufu.
my morning ritual for waking up in the morning is not complete if I haven't committed at least 2 assassinations with a wakizashi.
The Mibu Roshigumi were highly feared and often used brutality to get their enemies to submit. As a result, their reputation became tarnished quite early on.
Jesus
and their
Christ,
nickname
that's like
soon
3
became
pixels.
The Wolves of Mibu. Needing a change, on August 18, 1863, the Mibu Roshigumi officially became the Shinsengumi. The Shinsengumi were led by Serizawa Kamo.
Why does the
Nii
picture look like
Nishiki,
that?
And Kondo Isami. The Shinsengumi submitted a letter.
I guess they're like copyrighted. That's the only thing I can think of. I guess that's like the only reason. 2 assassinations with a small wakizashi based. Exactly. Okay, finally Gear finally showed up.
Lunchables pizza sauce on my titties.
Yeah, so what? Can I have hobbies? Gear finally showed up. Took him forever, but he did it. All right, hold on. Let me pull it up. All right, it's gonna be. Hold on, I gotta lower the volume too. I can tell it's gonna be loud. All right, hold on. Prepare yourselves. So we were talking about Matthew Perry, right? Hold on. Is that really not gonna let me pull up? Are you fucking serious? Oh! Okay. Hold on. I have to fucking screen share. Cringe. Actually, I don't even think I can do that. Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a moment. Computer things are stupid. Mostly OBS. Open with.
Take that bitch to Pizza Planet. Damn right, dude. Get her the meat lovers.
Yeah! Get her the meat lovers. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. Alright, let me see if this one works. Awkward, awkward. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, chat. Prepare yourselves. We're talking about Matt Perry being Japanese.
Ring-a-ding-ding, baby.
Oh, there we go. Thank you again, Gear, for this piece of art. Oh my god. Alright. There you go, friends. That was the dumb little video I wanted to share. That was what the hubbub was all about.
The Aizu clan, another powerful group who supported the Tokugawa regime.
I don't even remember what the joke was. It was just literally Matthew Perry, like, mixing him up with the one that we just talked about in this video.
The anti-Tokugawa Choshu domain was forced from
Sleep stream win? Never. Sorry. I feel like sleep streams are not only, like, not great, but, like, there's not really a point to them, but also, like, I don't know. They just feel like, it feels like a lot of VTubers use them only for, like, padding subathons, and I find that cheap.
In order to assassinate him and his group.
No, I didn't know that, but thank you for telling me after an hour of watching videos.
A member of the Serizawa faction was forced by Yamanami Keisuke and Hijikata Toshizo.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to turn that off. I might just remove it at this point, because I can't hear it. Only you guys can.
In late October, a few selected Shinsengumi members led by Hijikata went into the house of Yagi Genojo and assassinated Serizawa. All this infighting left Kondo as the undisputed leader of the Shinsengumi. On July 8, 1864, in an incident at the Ikebana
Really?
in
I've never
Kyoto,
played any of the Yakuza games. They seem really neat.
Shinsengumi suppressed the cell of 20 Choshu revolutionaries, possibly preventing the burning of Kyoto and the kidnapping of the emperor. The incident made the squad more famous and led to a drastic increase of samurai enlisting for Shinsengumi membership. At its peak, The Shinsengumi had about 300 members. They were
All
the
right.
first samurai group.
I'm gonna be honest. It's very educational, but it's really dry, and I can't get through this video, man. I can't. It's too dry, man. It's not happening, dude. If I'm a little bit bored, I know chat is 100% bored. Bro needs to find a narrator is what he needs. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. He does great research from what I can tell, but he's definitely more of a research type and not a narrator type. Yeah, he seems like a good video to sleep to, but that's like about it. Valium digitized, yeah. Go learn about Spider 2. I will actually say this is pretty much the end of stream. I do have work tomorrow. It's 2 o'clock, or it's 10 p.m. And it looks like at least half of chat was so bored they left. So we are definitely calling it here. So I hope you guys had fun. I had fun, even though like half of this was about it and not about history. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna be honest, it seems like people really don't care about the React stuff, which I'm fine with. So what we might do instead from now on, we might do an on week of just chatting, and then an off week of a history game is what we'll probably do. I don't know if we'll do React stuff anymore because frankly, they've been okay, but I haven't like loving them. I was hoping that a lot of people would like them, but it seems like people aren't interested at all, and I'm not going to keep doing them if people aren't interested. You know what I mean? Which is totally fine, but I gotta alter shit so I actually be, entertaining. So I think instead we're gonna have a just chatting night where we can talk about history stuff. But from here on out, we are probably going to drop history react nights and just keep it history games where we can talk about history stuff then, okay? But yeah, I had a lot of fun. We had a lot of wacky stuff said today. Definitely clips for chat, for sure. People are going to love those. And I will see you guys on Friday at 7 p.m. CST. I'll be back. Actually, wait, hold on. I said 7. I think it's 6:30. We're starting 30 minutes early. So I will see you guys at 6:30 on Friday. We'll be doing a tier list with Kaiju Kanojo with Maki on conspiracy theories. It ought to be a lot of fun. So I hope to see you guys then. And it's a 3-day weekend. So it ought to be really fun. You guys have extra time to hang out. So I'm going to find somebody to raid out to and then we'll call it. Okay, y'all? Don't work too hard, boss. That's why I'm going to bed now. Alrighty. Yeah, who doesn't love a good 3-day weekend, dude? Alright. Let me see. Who do I want to raid? Thinking. I'm trying to think of like who I've rated recently. I think we mostly just done Yari, which Yari always deserves it. But I feel bad for not rating other people because they rate me. Let me see here. Yeah, we'll just raid Yari. Yeah, if there's nobody I really super want to raid, we'll raid Yari because Yari always deserves it. All right. So, I will see you guys on Friday, 6:30 CST. Make sure you guys look at the schedule so you get it down. We'll be doing that conspiracy theory tier list that I still kind of have to work on. So, I'll see you guys then. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's week. I love you a bunch. And thank you again for coming and hanging out and laughing with me. Bye, guys. Have a great, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, whatever.